folks. Welcome back. And once again, my name is Jaime Corona. I'm a licensed professional counselor. And today I want to talk a little bit about if you suffer from anxiety or stress. So first of all, the first step that you need to do is understand the thought process, why you feel the way you do. Typically, if you suffer from anxiety and stress, it's because what you're feeding the brain, okay? So what I mean by what you're feeding the brain is, what are you thinking? How are you thinking about a certain situation? There's this thing we call distorted thinking. So if you're doing a lot of distorted thinking, for example, catastrophizing something or forecasting something, then you're thinking distortedly. And so what you want to do is to be able to identify that. So how do you want to think? Well, the way you really want to think is reality. You want to make sure whatever you're putting into your brain is the facts, is the truth. Because when you catastrophize something, then you're making the issue bigger than what it really is. If you're forecasting, then it's like you're predicting something's going to turn out bad, and which causes anxiety and stress. So that's the first thing, is to kind of understand what distorted thinking is. Go to our website, you'll be able to find a list of the different types of distorted thinking. So if you suffer from anxiety and stress, what you want to do is understand what is distorted thinking. And then the second thing is, when you have this stress or this anxiety, write it down. And then write down, what was I thinking? So go through the process and go back and think, okay, what did I think about this issue? After you identify it and look at it, then see if it's reality or distorted. If you say, oh, well, I was predicting everything was going to turn out bad. I was predicting that I wasn't going to pass, or I was predicting, I wasn't going to get the raise and things like that. So if you're predicting, that is considered distorted, which causes anxiety and stress. So examine how you're thinking, identify if it's distorted. If it is distorted, then look at, okay, what's the reality of this situation? So then you want to jot down the reality and say, okay, well, it's like this. I don't know how things are going to turn out. So you're not forecasting. If you're catastrophizing, well, it's not as bad as I thought it was, or I don't think it'll get that bad. It's not the end of the world. You not minimize, but you bring down the intensity of the thought. So you want to make it as real as possible. Stay away from distortion. I challenge you that if you have an event or something that's causing you stress and anxiety, identify first if it's distorted. If it's distorted, reprocess it into what's reality, the facts, because that's what you want to put in your brain. That's the data you want to give to your brain. After you reprocess it and go through the whole sequence of thinking about it, then notice the change in how you feel. You're going to feel different. Okay, so it's not going to be so intense. Once again, take these steps. Okay, take the time to do it. Take the time to write down the thoughts and examine that. Okay, hope this tip helps. Once again, my name is Jaime Corona, and if there's any other topics you'd like me to talk about or touch base on, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you.